this. We're about to get this done. So let's check. Before I can start anything, y'all, I need to have 10 people. I don't start my streams until I have at least 1,000 people on here. If there's not 1,000 people, I ain't gonna mess with it. If there ain't 1,000 people watching, I'm not gonna do it. I gotta get at least 1,000 people watching my stream before I even get on and start this thing. I need at least 1,000 people. All right, maybe 900 people at least before I start anything. At least 500 people need to be on here before I start anything at all. Okay, at least 250 people need to be on here before I start anything. I'm not going to start until maybe 100 people come on here. Maybe I'm not going to start my stream until at least 40 people are on here. Once 40 people come on, I'm not starting until 40 people, maybe 20 people. Maybe 20. If I get 20 people in my room, I'm going to start my stream. If not, I'm just going to shut it down. I'm going to stop. Okay, I'll do 10 people.
Brothers and sisters, coming from his studio located in the great state of Texas, the undeniable, irresistible, bearded wrestler, the hard-working man himself.
What's up, y'all? They call me Foxy. Give a damn! Come on, Linwood! Tell! Turn up! Turn up, Linwood! I gotta fix my hair, y'all. Hey, bring it down, Freddie! Channel 3! You got it! Bro! You know why I pay you, right, Freddie? You know why I pay you and why it's worth it. It's worth it. Do I have some... Freddie, turn my reverb off real quick. No, I can probably do it from my iPad right here. Let me see here. Hold on, y'all. I'm still learning this stuff, and Freddie, my boy Freddie, check. All right, I got it, Freddie. My sound man, Freddie, he's always on top of it, and you know why I pay you, bro. Come, give me five. Let's go. Oh, yeah. Freddie. That's my man, Freddie, y'all. He is a very good sound man, and he's not free. I pay him really well. I paid you $40 last week, Freddie. I paid you $40 last week. Y'all, welcome to my little thing. I'm live on TikTok, I'm live on YouTube, and I'm live on Facebook. And on TikTok and YouTube, I got my switcher camera working. And it's pretty cool because I can start the switcher and I can change angles of I can kind of change camera angles. And I like it because, first of all, let me see here. Let me just make sure. I know I'm live. Oh, dang it. My MacBook connected to my iPad. So for some reason, I can't see. There it is. That's weird. I was just trying to looking at my MacBook to get on Facebook, and where's my freaking scroll thing? The little arrow, the scroll thing. It is it's on my iPad, y'all. It's on my iPad. Like I can see it on my iPad, but it's not on my thing. It's not on my thing. You don't have to clap. Y'all don't have to clap for that. But how do I get this? How do I get it off of my? I don't want it on my iPad. Like that's crazy, y'all. I don't want it on my. Let me see if I can get it off. Okay, anyways, hope you're having a good day today. I'm here in San Antonio, Texas. My name is Linwood King, also known as Linwood King, Lenny King. I do also have the Grinch of Ingram Park and the Mariachi Grinch. That's all me. I do that stuff, and it's quite fun. It's quite fun, and I enjoy it. I like to say I do it for my kids, but really I do it for me because I get a kick out of it, and I like driving around my ATV or performing and getting on there and getting crazy. That's the kind I like to do it, y'all. Now, I wanted to come on here, first of all, to say thank you to everybody who supports my channels. I want to say thank you to everybody who follows my pages, y'all. Everybody on YouTube, all 60 of y'all, and everyone on Facebook, all 19, I appreciate it. And all 200 on my TikTok page that follow me, thank y'all, I will tell you. And thank you for that chilling. You don't got to send me gifts, because I'm already rich. I'm not really rich, but I appreciate that. Thank you for that gift. I appreciate that, really, for real. You don't even know. That's going to buy my kids some Christmas presents, man. Thank you so much. But I want to thank you guys for following my pages. And a lot of y'all, so one of the dilemmas I've been having lately is, how do I go from being a national touring artist to focusing more on my locality? Because I'm not touring no more because my band sucks. Johnny Lyon is probably watching. I'm sorry, Johnny and David and Wesley, but y'all suck. Because y'all on tour, so we're not touring now. I can't tour with my old band. Can't tour with them. They just want to do like once a week, once a year festivals. So I don't even care. But anyhow, I'm trying to figure out, now that I'm a local guy, I'm a local musician, and nothing wrong with that. All you local guys, shout out, give them a hand, people. That's right. That's right. Keep it up. Everybody that's a local musician that just plays in their hometown, man, that's good. And don't be down about that. What I'm learning right here is, what you have to really focus on is not just being good at what you do. You got to be good at it. I'm mediocre. At best I'm mediocre. I know it. Don't tell me. You don't got to tell me. But what I am good at is, I like just to entertain people. I like to get in front of people, because really the most important part of this stuff for me is connecting with people, whether it be at a live show or on a live stream. I just want people to connect with me. I want to connect with them, and I want to be able to be an encouragement and all that good stuff. So one of the things I'm learning is, you have to not just focus on being good at what you do, but you also got to focus on being good at presenting it. Falling on your floor, so funny. Oh, you saw that? You saw me fall? Was it? Well, you got to tell me which one. I fall down a lot on the floor. I'll be honest with you. I'm usually sweeping the floors. I'm usually doing a lot of fourth sweeping and falling. But I cannot figure out for the life of me why my MacBook is connected to my iPad. So now I can't even access my Facebook, because I had the whole idea of like, okay, I'm going to get on here and I'm going to access Facebook with my MacBook, and I'll be able to, like, answer questions on Facebook. Okay, one thing I was told on Facebook, it was too loud. Okay, so I'm adjusting the loudness on Facebook right now, so. Alright, I just adjusted the loudness, y'all. So Facebook, you guys should be getting a good signal. You should be getting good camera angles. YouTube as well. The problem right now, man, is I can't get this thing off my freaking screen. Like, geez, look at it. Just literally, I just lost my Facebook feed. Okay, no, I didn't. But I can't. There you are. All right. I got to be careful to not. I guess if I go off my Facebook page, it will. There it is. So okay. So let me see here. I'm on Facebook now, and I'm gonna look at the comments and see. I'm on Facebook right now. Okay, I can't see the comments. There you are. What's up, Marcus Allen? The quality of your voice through the mic right now sounds like clip. I just lowered it, Marcus. I remembered last time. I was so focused on my TikTok audience that I didn't look at my meter for my YouTube audience. And now that I'm doing that, I got it. Thank you for that, man. I appreciate that. So here's the thing. I was talking about yesterday. I was talking about how does a local musician promote his shows? Because again, I come from the side of touring, and I would usually post tour posters or tour dates on a piece of paper, and it'd be like San Antonio, Austin, Dallas, Houston, the route, the West Coast route, El Paso, Albuquerque, Phoenix, San Diego, Las Vegas, the route up to Seattle and back, or to Chicago and back. And so it'd have the list of dates. But now that I'm not doing that anymore because my band sucks, I'm having to play locally, which is fine. It's good. I like it. I enjoy it. But I'm trying to figure out how to promote now without it being, hey man, this guy, all he does is flood my feed with pictures of his shows, or flood my feed with his videos of his, come watch me play. So I'm trying to avoid that. But I understand clubs and the talent buyers want that. They want you to talk about it. They want you to say, hey, I need you to post about the show. That's usually what they say is, why ain't he posting? Why ain't he posting? Why? And so it's a balance that musicians have to take, because you don't want to. For the most part, your friends follow you. You do have some fans of your music that follow your page also, but for the most part, it's your friends and family. And a lot of times they're like, "Man, Linwood again." A 9-volt battery is your big. It is, especially if you're running through an active pickup. That's your worst enemy. It's the truth. Or if you can't afford a power bank for your foot pedal switch, you got to use a 9-volt. That is your worst enemy. I agree with you 100%. So usually they'll be like, man, there's Linwood posting about playing at McDonald's again, and so they just tend to just go by it. Like, who cares? So we have to figure out, guys, because I'm talking to you guys as a team. We're a team right here. We're team musician, team entertainer, team. That's what we are. So how do we promote? How do we do that? I got some ideas. I'm gonna share them with you, but you maybe share your ideas with me, and let's talk about it. And let's figure that out. How do you promote? Let me go back to my live stream here to see if I'm getting. All right. So how do you I saw Tish right here on Facebook say, Trisha Gonzalez say, keep posting, and that is a good thing. But how do you go about not being overlooked or unfollowed? That's the thing. You want to try, because people can be like, not that they don't like you. It's nothing like they don't like you. I'm sure but it can get to a point where they lose track of you because they unfollow you. I've done that a lot. I'll be honest with you. I've unfollowed a lot of people that I'm friends with, not because I don't like them, because I just don't like their content. I'll be honest with you. I see something, or it could be something that goes against my values personally, and they're posting some stuff that don't align with my values, but I still want to be friends with them. So I'll unfollow them. I have yet to unfollow someone that is promoting or marketing their show. When they're putting the flyers up. But sometimes I think, man, I would unfollow them, but a lot of them are my friends. So how do you get around that? How do you go about, promoting the show, keeping your, especially at a local level, because you're local. And I unfollowed her. I unfollowed this lady last week, only because she kind of got under my skin a little bit. I'm not going to say her name, but it was on Facebook, and she got under my skin a little bit because she was posting about some stuff that I don't think she understands. I don't think she understands what a local musician has to do to feed the family. And the reason why I don't think she understands is because she's a manager, she's the agent. That's what she was going by. She's the agent. And so she was throwing out there, stop playing the same markets too much, because you're going to oversaturate, and no one's gonna come to your shows or buy your tickets. And I can relate to that. Because let me take my jacket off. Where's my microphone at? Oh, there it is. I can relate to that because I do understand the. Hold on. Let me undo this. Hold on, y'all. I'm tangled up in wires. Hold on. What's going on here? I got like only 2 wires, but they're wrapped around my jacket in a funky way. And one of these wires is worth $400. So I gotta I can't mess it up. I can't mess up this wire. This wire right here, y'all. This, I'm not kidding. When I got my invoice from the guy that made this wire for my in-ears, this thing right here, $400. Yeah, that's a lot of money. I shouldn't. I paid for it though. I did. I paid for it. But so let me get back to why I unfollowed her, because she was talking about, you know, you're playing too much in your markets. Stop playing in your markets. The whole and I understand, like I said yesterday, a lot of contracts that I've signed for my band when we were touring or playing shows was for 90 days or for 2 months or 60 days. We wouldn't play our market. We wouldn't play in that market at least 45 miles within you. So I understand that. But she was talking about, you know, you play too much. You get out. You're in your market. And I get it, but she's not thinking it. She's not thinking of the local musicians that need to make income to provide for their families. So this kind of gets a little creepy. Not creepy, but yeah, kind of not creepy. That's a bad choice of words. It kind of gets sticky, touchy, because you don't want to. I don't mean to be yelling, y'all. You don't want to overplay, but you have to play to make money. Now, people can say, well, just get a real job. Go get a real job if you don't, you know. And I agree with that. If you're not making enough money to take care of your family, then you got to get a job and do your job, and then do your dream. At the same time, I did that for many years, dude. I was doing construction, working full-time doing construction, then I was playing my music, touring full-time. But like I was like living two lives, and it was hard work, and it was dedication, and it was tiresome. But I had to do that because I had a wife and kids that I had to provide for. Thankfully, God is so good that He provided in many ways. He blessed my businesses. God just really opened a lot of doors for me. But it wasn't because He was just saying, yo, here you go, buddy. It was because I was being faithful. I was being dedicated. I was consistent. And I was being faithful with what He gave me. And so I do agree. If you're not making the money with your music right now, keep going after your dream. But you got to get a job and provide for your family. So the guys that are doing music as a living, right? I have a lot of friends now that I didn't have friends like this before, because I was busy working on my dream, and a lot of my network was from national stuff. So now I have friends that are in the business locally, and thankfully they've been helping me, because I don't know anyone in the local. I don't know anybody. I just know club buyers and venues that I played here, but I don't know people that can help me. So fortunately, this past year, I started the year off really rough. I was realizing that I wasn't going to tour anymore. I started realizing that my band, I'm going to tour. Let me tell you this. I'm going to tour again. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to tour again. I am. With who, I don't know. But I'll be back on tour again. But I was realizing that there was changes coming that were out of my control, and I got to a point where I wasn't making money because my band wasn't playing, and there was the opportunities. It's a snowball effect when you're working in a band that tours or does a lot of stuff. Everyone in the band gets this little trickle down thing where everyone gets other opportunities outside the band to brand themselves. No, we didn't have a fallout. We're all good. We just have different. I think we just have different. I don't know. I don't want to say mentalities because they're good. We're the guys in my band that I can't say the name of. Man, we're all good. It's just people can't tour, and when you can't, when there's. For me, I'm not speaking for the whole band, but for myself, the end game in creating music is to be in front of people. Not to get popular, not to get rich. It's to be in front of people. Because that's why I play music, is to be in front of people, to be a blessing, to encourage, or to be a light, to be to perform live in front of people. That's why I do it. And so the end game for me is what is like it always has been with my whole touring and my music career has always been, what can we do to broaden our live audience? Because the internet's always going to be there, right? Hopefully, maybe it won't, maybe it will. But what's going to be, if we're just in a stream, like if the band was to be about streaming, hey, we're going to be a band that streams. It still takes a lot of work, man, and a lot of people's schedules it doesn't work. It doesn't work with people's schedules, and so I think at this time it's been kind of since 2020. I think everyone in the band is kind of not me. I play anywhere, anytime. Just let me know. Hey, Linwood, come play at my house. All right, what time did the band got to load in? I'll play anywhere. It's just getting people to come on board again. It's hard. And it's nothing against anybody. Everyone's got their own lives. I get it. So there was no fallout. It's just different senses of urgencies. And I'm a lot older than everyone in my band. I'm the old man in the band. I'm 51 years old. A lot of y'all didn't know this. When I was in my 40s, you thought I was like a spry 18, 20-year-old. I'm just playing. No, but I'm at a point in my life, man, where I need to be active, be doing this. I can't wait. I can't wait for you. I don't want to wait for you anymore. And that's where we're at. That's the thing. And so this is when we get past that though. The local guys, the local musicians, right? This is for my local friends, the guys that I'm meeting every week. I'm meeting guys that I'm working with because I work with a talent agency that books a lot of people. And I'm fortunate that I work with a couple of talent agencies that really have been life-saving for me and my family. They've given me opportunities that I'm just so grateful for. They're giving me shows. I'm playing 2-3 times a week because of these agencies, and they're my friends. They were fans. They were fans of my band. There are people that believed in what my band was doing, and they believe in what I do, and so they just kind of took me in, and they've been helping me. And it's been humbling. It's been humbling because I've always wanted my career in music to progress to bigger things. And it's kind of reversed itself to where I'm just kind of, what's this? Hold on. Check. Oh, there it is. It's just reverse. I don't know if y'all, were y'all able to hear me? I was doing that whole rant and I don't even know if y'all heard me. Anyhow, my microphone was kind of messed up, but I do think this mic's on still. All right, so it went in reverse, and as it went in reverse, it was humbling. It was eye opening because I began to realize people forget about you real quick. They forget about you. I have an example. I used to be a big part of River City Rock Fest. I was one of the guys who helped develop it. A lot of people know this. I was in the very beginnings. I was talking to AEG Live. I was having meetings with Spurs Sports Entertainment. We were developing the festival, and I was working alongside them to help build this event. And thankfully, I had enough favor with AEG Live. They kept me on board as one of the guys that did all the marketing and the promoting. I was fortunate enough to be put on the television and radio. It was really good for me. And through all that, I was able to really learn and get some networking down. But when things fall apart, right, people forget about you. When I was doing River City Rock Fest, I remember I would get, the moment we would announce the show and they saw my name on it, which was every single year. Every year I was on there with the band I can't say the name of, and then my band, Linwood King and the Revival. Every year my name was on it. And I'd get emails, text messages, give me tickets. People were my best friends. This one person in particular, he's a really big, he's a big developer in San Antonio. He's a very good, nice guy. He would always text me, hey man, give me VIP tickets. And every year I gave him VIP tickets, and I'd hook him up. And every year, without fail, every year. And he was a very big, influential person in the city. I just always help him out. Well, last Christmas, I needed a favor. From him. So I started doing the Mariachi Grinch, the Linwood, the Grinch of Ingram Park, where I decked my ATV out and I was riding around the city. And so I thought, I know he owns parking lots downtown, because that's part of his business, is he owns these big parking lots downtown. So I thought, I'm going to call him up and I'm going to ask him to let me have a space so I can park my rig there and then get off my ATV and ride around when they turn the lights on downtown. That was my hope. And so I text messaged him, right? And I said, hey bud, I'm not gonna say his name, but I said, hey bud, I'm doing this thing with Mariachi Grinch, and no one really know. It was kind of starting to take off. Spectrum came in and gave me some interviews. Ken's Five gave me some interviews. It was really cool, but it hadn't really taken off. And then I asked him if he'd do me the favor and let me park in his parking lot, and he tells me, yeah, man, but you got to pay for 2 spaces. What? Wait a minute. This is the same guy I was giving VIP tickets to every year to River City Rock Fest. Every year he'd call me, he'd text me, and I'd hook him up. And I just need a spot on his giant parking space for my van, my tour rig, and my little ATV. And he tells me I got to pay for it. So I was like, that's how fast people forget about you, though, man. You can be on top of the world one day and then at the bottom the next. What's that song by Frank Sinatra? That's life. That's life. I want to play it for you, but I don't have. I'm not connected. But that's life. How the lyrics go. Anyhow, he talks about being up one day and then down the next, and people do forget about you. So I want to say I'm thankful for the guys that are helping me. I'm learning a lot. Neff Hernandez is a friend of mine that I've been doing some stuff with. Thankfully, he's really been a big help to me, man. And Neff and Noah Peterson have been just big time. Matt Wolf and Faith have been a big time help to me in San Antonio. And they lifted me up because I was down. I had no work at the beginning of the year. I had no work. I wasn't touring. I made one text message to one person, and it was the right person. And that one person gave my band the biggest show we've had in 4 or 5 years in front of 3,000 people. And then that one person has been giving me work. I have work from that one person through 2025. Now, some people won't forget. That's the other side. People will forget about you, but there's some people that won't forget. And so when you look at I'm all over the place. I'm talking about promoting locally. I'm talking about people are going to forget you and they're going to remember. But it just takes one person, y'all. Let me tell you that it takes one person to change your life. And because I got desperate, and I text messaged someone that I knew had a connection somewhere, because I've worked with them before, and I text messaged him, and this one person, by me texting him, and his response to me made it to where I have work through 2025. For me, I have work. And any band I want to bring with me, I can bring. Hopefully it stays that way. It could change, because I've had stuff canceled like 6 months out. We're going to cancel everything, and I've been fired before too. So hopefully it just stays this way. But either way, God provides. God's going to always take care of me. God's going to always take care of you. Don't forget, God will take care of you. I'm telling you the truth. Yeah, for real. Yeah. I'm serious. He will. He will take care of you. He's done it for me. So I'm going to, what's up, Neff? I see you, brother. You need to play live on TV. You know something? I appreciate that, Trisha. But sometimes that don't work out for you because it really exposes your weaknesses. No, for real though. But I'm gonna look at that, man. That's a good idea. Right now, though, I think what my focus is going to be, and I think this is what every musician, your focus needs to be live streaming. That's got to be your focus. Every time I perform, I've made the decision I'm going to live stream everything I do. Everything I do when it comes to performance, whether it's a solo gig or a band gig. And I have invested the money in order to stream those. I'm still learning, though, because, man, live streaming is a whole different thing, dude. It's like... And it definitely shows your weaknesses. I remember when COVID hit and I came from touring to like now I'm stuck trying to learn how to live stream. Everyone that was live streaming before COVID and not touring, man, they were ready for COVID because they came in there and bam, they killed it. And all the guys like me that were touring and not even paying attention to live streaming were walking around going like, what do we do? And it took a minute and I finally started learning. But then you realize, for myself, I realize how dependent I am on a band and on the live show because I can be pitchy, I can be off key, I can like throw my voice and it wouldn't matter because I was live and the live show was killer and that's all that mattered was the blood, sweat, and tears. But when you're live streaming, oh, good Lord, it shows every weakness that you have. You're pitchy. Your guitar playing isn't very good. Your production isn't very good. So there's a big difference, but it does stretch you. It does make you want to... Thank you, Neff. I love you, brother. It does make you want to practice more and want to improve. And so as I was talking before, I'm meeting a lot of guys here in my hometown that are amazing. They just blow me away. I go load in, and a lot of times I'm loading in, and someone's coming off stage, and I'm setting up to go on stage, and I meet these guys, and I get to show up while they're still playing, and it's just like a singer-songwriter deal. And I walk up, and I'm just like, man, this guy is good. Man, this guy sings great. I walked up on one of my friends playing, and I'm not going to say his name, but if he's listening, he's going to know. I walked up, and I heard the music coming through the outside speakers of the place we're playing, and I swear it sounded like the radio was on. And I walk in, it was my buddy playing on stage. They just had them patched through their sound system, and it was good. And so you get to meet all these talented musicians, but then you realize these guys got to play every week. They have to be playing, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, maybe Monday, Tuesday, and they're playing because they're working to provide for their family. And it's not like I get it. This is the work they chose. If the work's not there and they're suffering financially, well, it's their own fault. They chose that career. I get it. I understand because I've been there. I'm there. I know. But you have to understand also that these guys, they still have a dream. They're dreamers. They're out there working. They're doing what they love to do, and it gives them peace. It gets them paid. They love to do it, but they're also threatened with the idea of how do I promote these shows to get butts in the seats. That's what my buddy Aaron Lee told me. Aaron Lee is a singer from the 501s, a very talented band. Aaron Lee is a very good friend of mine. He plays with me once in a while. He fills in on bass. And we were having a text message back and forth, and I was talking about how much I'm able to pay my band and how I want to pay them more, but I'm not able to right now. And he's like, hey, the bottom line is it's getting the butts in the seats, getting people to watch you play. So how do you do that when you're playing your city, every week, 3 to 4 times a week? I'm thinking you got to promote, right? You got to promote. You got to talk about it, and there's got to also be an understanding because right now, I'll be honest with you, I'm not. These aren't regular concerts. They're not shows. I'm background music. People don't go to these places I'm playing. They go here in Linwood. They go there to have a margarita, or they go there to eat the hot wings, or have the pizza, or something. They're not there because they want to come see me. So I was talking to a friend of mine. I was like, man, we played a show the other day. And I was like, man, it was a low turnout. And I was kind of bummed about it. And it was at a restaurant. That's right. I went from playing clubs to restaurants, y'all. But it's paying the bills. But I was like, man, I was still disappointed that the turnout was bad and there was a lot of people there. And he says, hey, listen, bro, if a restaurant is complaining about you not filling their restaurant up, then they have more problems than you think. If people aren't hanging out at the restaurant to eat the food, to be around the atmosphere, and to enjoy the vibe of that restaurant, it's not the talent's fault. Your background music. And I get it. That's the role I am right now. I'm background. I had a friend of mine tell me the other day, he'll bring down the volume. This isn't a concert. They're not there to see you. You're not a rock star anymore. You're background music. And so I never was a rock star, but he thinks that I was a rock star, but I wasn't. But so I was like, all right, I got to lower it down. But how, I'm trying to regrow my brand. I'm trying to regrow my career. I'm trying to figure out ways of promoting, marketing, getting people in the seats. And there's got to be ways of doing it that are going to not turn people off. I'm on Facebook right now looking at some of the comments here. Let's see here. 14 comments. For some reason, it hides it. I'm trying to see here. See, it made it small. I got 6 people watching on Facebook. Right on. Let's see here. Yeah, it's not showing all the comments. I see you, Neff and Trish. But so this is the thing I'm thinking. This is what I'm thinking. Everything's changed. I think as the musicians, you're worried. Imagine the promoters are worried. The venues are worried. Venues are worried because how are they going to make it if they don't have people there buying their stuff? And a lot of times they hire you as a musician not only because you're good, but they expect you to bring it, to draw people in. Now, I think in San Antonio, Texas, there's about 1 million people that live here. About 1 million people. Maybe more. I don't know. I think about 1 million. That's a lot of people. And if you divide the city up, right, and I was telling my wife, what if we figured out a way to promote the shows but not put San Antonio on it? Because, of course, we're in San Antonio. But it's got to be a way to divide the city up into cities. So it looks like it gives the perception of you being on tour. It's perceived, not just because it looks good and it looks kind of cool, but it also reminds the city that it's so big. If the city is so big, an artist can play here every freaking day if they want. That's how big the city is. I'm not talking... Well, probably they could if, Clutch wanted to come to San Antonio and play every night. I imagine the first few nights would be packed out, and then by the 30th night, there'd be probably 100 people a show, maybe. That's 100 people, though. For an artist like me, 100 people, that's a lot. That's it. Bring it. Give me 100 people. Give me 50 people. I'll put on a show. So what the idea would be, Facebook shuts us down for live streaming during COVID after about a month. I made a good amount of money too. Oh, that's terrible, bro. Have you prayed about it, like specifically on how to do that? I mean, in the area I've been praying about it, and I will continue to pray about it. I remember as a young Christian, as a young, fired up, all about ministry, Christian musician. And I'm still fired up about ministry, by the way. But I remember as a young musician, I thought you could do a tour in San Antonio and play Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday in different cities, different parts of the city in churches, for example. Because every church has its own people. So I can play, like around my house, there's like 6 churches. I can go to this church one Sunday and play the exact same set at another church the following Sunday in front of a whole different group of people. So as a young Christian, I thought that'd be cool if I can work out with these different churches. Man, I'd be busy. I'd be playing every weekend all over. There's probably 365 churches in San Antonio. If I could play one every single day with the different group of people, man, I'd be doing well. But that's not in Christian music. You could do that. You can do that. It's different though when you're talking in regular secular business. It's different. It's different because at that point, when you deal with the church, you're dealing with people who are passionate and have a passion and a love for Jesus Christ and a love for the body of Christ and growing the body. And they put their money there and they show up. I remember my old church, every time, man, we do a special event on a Tuesday with some person coming from the road, touring, doing their music on a Tuesday, and everyone would show up on Tuesday because it was a special event. So that's different than a venue. There's a big difference between a church and a club and a bar or a music venue. You don't have that same kind of passion you have at a church. I'm not trying to insult anyone, but I guarantee you, ain't no one gonna. If you're going to a bar and you're spending your money, you're not obligated to go to that bar, and you don't care if you go back to that bar. You just go to another bar down the road and you buy beers there or buy a drink. And for someone that's a Christian or in the church or whatever, they're not just spending their money there. They're devoted 100% to that, which is amazing. That's how it should be. But how do you feel like outside of that? You still got to bring bodies to your shows. I'm not playing churches. I don't play it. Once in a while I'll play at a church if I get invited and I feel like if I get invited to play at a church and I feel like it's something that God is leading me to do, I'll do it. But a lot of times I won't say yes. I don't jump on it. I don't go knocking on. Hey, pastor, can I play? I don't go knocking at people's. I don't go asking churches for me to play. If I get the invite, I'll do it. But when it comes to playing outside in bars and clubs and restaurants and theaters and venues, there has to be profit made. There's got to be money made. And sometimes you think, man, how are they affording to pay me? There ain't nobody here tonight. And that's crossed my mind. I'm like, man, they're paying me good. I don't know how they afford it, but they're paying me. And I keep coming back and they keep hiring me. So I'm imagining they're happy with the service I'm providing. But we still got to get down to getting bodies in the seat. That's what I'm stuck on right now. How do you do that? I'm thinking, here's my thing. Here's what I think. I don't think you should flood your feed or your timeline with flyers of your shows. Go to my meta page on Facebook and Instagram and look at how many flyers I have made for any given night. I made one flyer a couple days ago only because a personal good friend of mine asked me to make this flyer because he booked me at his club. And I did that for him because he was like, hey dude, I need you to do this flyer for me. But I thought, man, if I do that every week, it's going to flood my timeline. People aren't going to be interested because all I'm doing is saying, hey, come see me play tonight. Come see me play tonight. I have to draw people there. I have to get their interest to want to follow and go there. And I think the main part of that has to come from people's interest in what I'm doing. It sounds so much better with this mic on, so I'm gonna leave that on too. I was hold on.
There's this I see this guy on TikTok once in a while who talks about his 8-octave voice vocal ability. I have a 27-octave vocal ability.
I just wanted to do that. It's totally dumb. I shouldn't have done that. Anyhow, but so how do you get the? Whoa, shoot. Okay. Now, how do you get the people, the body? The body's there. You have to get body. So I'm thinking, okay, the number one thing is we have to develop content, because everything is content driven. It's not radio driven anymore. It's not. It's. I mean, you're gonna get people on the radio on Sirius XM or whatever it's called. That's gonna happen. You're gonna get that. But check when but we're not in a radio era where people are going to hear you on the radio and follow you. I think we're in an era right now of course, social media, content driven era where you have to develop a brand solely off of what you're bringing to the table in content, videos, music, recording your music, putting it out there. I think about every time I put out a video out there of me talking or being silly or being dumb, I throw my music in the background, only because I'm hoping if one of them does go viral, which I've had a few videos go viral, and I'm hoping, well, if one of these go viral, I'm already monetized on the Creator Fund. At the very least, I can get some royalties on the song, you know. So I'm always putting my music in there. So trying to keep that, you know, developing your brand in music or whatever. But that's gotta, like, that's the thing. And I'm still learning, man. How do you be relevant or entertaining to everybody that you come across on the For You page? I don't even know. You just got to keep trying. They got it. But I think locally, you have to also think, because we're so global minded. Like, how am I gonna make it globally? And that's good. I mean, you should have that goal. That should be your goal. Is whatever you do in music or content, you want to be global. You want that. That's a good thing. But the other thing is, locally, how are we going to grow locally? You have to be able to develop yourself as a content, whatever, you know, I'll say it, content creator, which is kind of, you know, no one wants to say they want that. No one wants to say, I want to be a content creator. But at the end of the day, that's what everyone's trying to do, because you want to sell something. You want people to buy what you're selling, which would be your music or your just your brand. So that's what it is. And we're kind of embarrassed to talk about it. I'm hearing myself right now, and I'm going, geez, that's kind of terrible. That I went from, I just want to sell music and play shows, and now I gotta be able to. I can't just do that. I gotta create content that's gonna connect with people, and at the same time bring people to my shows. So I do think the future is through streaming. I think you have to stream. I think every band is realizing that. Let's see. I don't know. Need to be better at storytelling. I'm taking marketing courses. Oh, real quick, y'all. Real quick. I don't know if she's still watching, but on Facebook, Natalie, I should have realized it was my buddy Natalie. Lee Caldera Martinez she's an amazing hairstylist, y'all. First of all, I don't know if she's watching, but if you get a chance, follow Lee and get a haircut from her. I'm due for a haircut, girl. I'm hoping my perm gets out and I can get my nice layers like you used to do. But y'all, Lee's right though. You have to be a good storyteller. That's important. It's important, but you also want to sell not just the story, but substance behind it. You want people to get behind you because you bring something that's real. I hear this word and it bothers me when I say it, but it has to be authentic, right? That's what they say. People just want you to be real, be authentic. It's true. People will, they can tell. Now, I've faked it my whole life. I've always been like, I gotta do this. I gotta act like, bro. I got a contract with Lowe's Home Improvement for over 20 years, faking like I knew what I was doing in the construction business, and I had no idea what I was doing. I had a business partner that ripped me off and left me high and dry, and I just faked it. But it worked out. It worked out. It worked out. Let's see here. So let's get back to this. You got to. I think Lee's right. Natalie's right. You got to tell a story. Everyone's got a story. Everybody's got a story, and I love Lee. Lee has got an amazing story. And I don't know if it's okay if I call you Natalie, because I know you guys Natalie, but you're one of my most favorite people. When you cut my hair, I love hearing you talk. But Lee's got an amazing story. God's grace and God's goodness, man, and I thank God for that woman. She is a pillar. And follow her if you're watching on Facebook still. But your story is important because it's going to connect with people that are probably struggling the same way you are. I have no problems talking about my past. You know, I've been married twice before. I've been divorced twice, and I'm on my third marriage, and it sucks because there's a lot of heartache and pain that's all around that. But there's a story behind it that glorifies God and shows that there's hope. No matter what you're dealing with, no matter what situation you're in, no matter how bad you may have messed up or how bad someone else may have messed you up, God will always come through for you. That's a big part of my story. Yeah. Thank you. For real. That was a very loud applause. That was super loud. I'm going to have to bring that down to 40, maybe 50%. Y'all think that was a loud applause? Tell me. Let me know. Yeah. That's a little better. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's true, Natalie. Man, Lee's up here on my Facebook, man, just blowing it up. She knows what's up. She knows what's up. You gotta have people gotta believe in your story. So that's the other thing is like people gotta believe in you. I think one time I was I think that's what made my band that I can't say the name of successful that gave us a lot of success was we were just a bunch of dudes playing a dude. We were just a bunch of kids that did construction that wanted to be in a rock band, and that part of our whole image was hard-working man. You know, we were freaking we were just dudes trying to be a dude, trying to play a dude. But that was what helped. That's really what gave us a lot of advantage, was because we were living what we were singing and playing music about. That was really what we were doing. When we play a song, it was sincerely who we were. And you didn't just get that from our music. You got to see that through our social media, through our videos. We were all about hard work. Man, thank you for you. Stop sending me them gifts. Come on now. Thank you for that. Oh, I like that. But that's on TikTok, y'all. No one gives me gifts on Facebook. So thank you for that, man. I appreciate. Let me see who Spartacus. Thank you for that, man. I appreciate that. But it was relevant because people saw a lot of our fan base were just young, 20-something, 30-something-year-old dudes that were just working on the grind, and they can relate to the blue-collar rock and roll that we brought. And that's where I don't want to deviate from. I don't want my new music or the music I'm going to create moving forward to be about having fun. Of course, I want to include that in my music, but I also want to... Oh, man, come on, bro. Thank you for that. Man, Spartacus, really, bro, you'll make me cry right now. I appreciate that. I'm losing my track. That's the thing is I want my music to be really connected with who I am personally, about my faith and about my experiences. I put a song out a couple months ago called Lord Knows, and it's a demo. It's a demo song, but I put it out there. So I'm like, man, screw it. I'm going to put it out there. And it just talks about working. The Lord knows it ain't easy for the working man. That's the whole premise of the song. That's the chorus. Lord knows it ain't easy for the working man. And it's not easy for anybody. For anybody, life can be hard. And but that's the stuff I want to work. I want to write. I want to work on. Man, I'm telling you, bro. Thank you for that, man. That means a lot. You're for real, man. Spartacus, man. Thank you, man. Thank you for that, bro. Really, really appreciate that. You have no idea. I got my deposit, and those deposits help. They do help, man. Thank you. But let's go on. Like moving forward, I don't want to write about. I mean, with the band I was in that I can't say the name of. Our last record was kind of like, I don't like it. It was bad. Lyrically, it was bad. I think. I just I felt like I was writing what other people was wanting me to write. You know, they wanted to be a party band. Let's be a party band. I'm about having fun and being a. Oh, right on, man. I appreciate that. I got Cash App. I just don't have it on here. But I of course, I want to have fun. I want people to relate and have a good time when they come to my shows. But at the same time, I want to connect. I want you to leave my show going like, I want to do better. I want to work harder. I want to be a better provider. I want to be a good whatever you do in life. That's why I love the live show. That's why I love live performances. And right now, I'm not there yet. I'm doing stuff that I'm not used to doing, but it's providing for my family. And, you know, if God wants me to mow lawns, I'll mow lawns. If God wants me to be background music at a restaurant, I'm going to be background music at a restaurant. But I, number one, want to be faithful. And number two, I want to bring the best product I can. So let me get back to why I think every musician needs to be live streaming. Number one, it helps you realize you need to practice. When you live stream, you realize I'm not as good as I thought I was. I need to practice. That's the first thing. The second thing is you get criticism from people that don't know you. They don't give a crap about you, and they're going to tell you what they think. And a lot of times it's honest criticism. The hardest thing for me to do was to come on TikTok live and to start playing music. And when I first started doing it, even on Facebook, I was so nervous that the first time I got like 5 people in the room, I'd start singing and I would fake like something went wrong with my system and I'd stop playing and I'd shut it off because I was embarrassed. I was like, oh, something's wrong with this. Hold on. And I cut it off. And then it got to the point where I got to work on this. I practiced with my camera. I'd work it. And then finally I started live streaming, but I was so nervous about it. When I get like 10 people in the room, I'd be like, I got 10 people here. And then everyone would leave. And then I shut it off. I'd be like, man, no one cares. Not understanding there's an algorithm. I had no idea what the algorithm was. I still don't know what it is, but it'll kick you in once in a while. You'll get thrown back in. You may have 0 people watching, then you have 100 people watching. Then you have 15, then you have 100, then you have 0, then you have 100. So I didn't know about that, but live streaming does help you improve. And every musician needs to do that. If you're looking at doing music as a career, or I don't know. I'm gonna go as far as saying anyone that wants a career in any field needs to be live streaming. It's not just music. If you're building your brand in hairstyling, if you're doing a brand in makeup, if you're doing a brand in construction, the main way to get people to see you globally is the live stream. Now, to play locally, I'm still figuring that out because I want to bring bodies to the show. And I don't want to flood my feed with a bunch of posters and pictures saying, hey, Monday I'm at freaking Papacitos. Tuesday I'm at Olive Garden. Wednesday I'm going to be over at TGI Fridays. Thursday I'm going to be at the Taco Cabana. I don't want to do that. But I understand clubs want you to promote. So I'm still figuring that out. I think it's going to be mostly video-based promoting. I'm not sure, though. I'm not sure. Or, you know what? It's got to be where it's a two-way street where these promoters, these clubs that are booking me, the agents that are working with me also have to understand we can't flood people's feeds with pictures saying come to my show. It's got to be a more direct approach. Like you got to have like a venue or a restaurant that has live music has got to have some sort of email list. Excuse me. I appreciate that. But the venues have to also do their parts. You know, you have to have some sort of email list showcasing the talent you're having. If you want bodies to come to your restaurant or come to your venue, then you got to decide, are you going to be a music venue or are you going to be a restaurant? If you're going to be a music venue restaurant, then you got to also put out there invest the money in sponsoring ads and promoting, getting handout or posters made or something. But if you're a restaurant that just wants to hire music to be in the background, you got to have good food. And we can't expect you cannot expect the seats to be full at your restaurant because of the talent. TikTok is a wild gig. It is a wild gig. But it makes you realize, again, because I was so judgmental before, and I have to be honest with you. Before 2020, if you were in a band and you weren't touring, I didn't consider you being in a band, and I apologize to anyone that wasn't touring before 2020. I apologize to you, because I had the mentality that if you weren't touring, what are you doing? And my bandmates and I would talk about that. Why are they in a band? They're not touring. Because that was my mentality. And then 2020 hit, and everyone that wasn't touring knew how to live stream. And they killed it. They got the market. The whole market. They got the entire market. And then us guys like me who didn't understand the live streaming game were lost. I'm still kind of lost, but I'm kind of finding my way, and it's going to be 5 years now. I'm lost, but I'm figuring it out. I'm learning it, and it's a lot harder than I thought. And so I give you props to everyone that wasn't touring but was really focusing on their live streaming. Man, you did a good job. You did a good job preparing. And I learned a lot from you guys. I did. I was able to go on YouTube and see how you did it. And I'm still learning how to do it. But that is important to the future of what you did. You were already in the future before COVID. And then you were ready when COVID hit. And I wasn't ready because I was so used to being the live entertainer in front of bodies at shows. But now I'm realizing this. I'm realizing because it's to the point now where people are going out again. If you're in the music game, you gotta be able to do everything. You can't just be good at your live show. You got to be good at your live streaming. And I'm working on mine still. I still try and live stream. I'm not great at it, and I do know that I have a lot to learn. But I'm humble enough to seek advice and to try and implement that to my shows. And so I think everybody needs to be able to live stream if you're going to build a brand. I think everyone's got to be able to develop themselves as a character. You got to build a character. You got to build some sort of, man, Spartacus, you better stop, bro. You're going to pay my whole electric bill, man. You better stop with that. But you have to be able to, it's not really a character, but you have to be able to make something that people want to see. And now here at home, I do this mariachi Grinch, the Ingram Park Grinch. And I got to say it's fun. I'll be honest with you. I get on my little ATV and I put my little Grinch mask on and I ride around my city and all over the neighborhoods. It's fun. I love it because I love handing out candy and seeing the people stop and video and the cops pull me over and take pictures. I love that. That's one of the things I do to help grow my brand. And I don't sell it as the Grinch. I sell it as Linwood, the Grinch of Ingram Park, or Linwood, the Mariachi Grinch. Because at the end of the day, my brand, Linwood King, I want that to be the brand that people know. And if it takes me acting a fool like the Grinch, it's going to be Linwood the Grinch. And so they're going to be like, oh, that's Linwood. Look at that guy acting a fool like he thinks he's the Grinch. But it sells. And I'll tell you what, this month, I'm going to bring in over $4,000 doing that. That's just part of it. The other part is my live music. What I do, I try and incorporate all that stuff. But you have to be able to live stream it, build the audience up, and it's still hard. It's still not easy. There's still a lot to learn. Man, thank you, Lee. It does take a lot. Lee on Facebook saying branding is a slow build, just like our character. It is. You have to. It takes a lot to build your brand, and your brand is you. You're your brand, right? So you got to have integrity. You got to be honest. You got to work hard, have good work ethic, and you want to put out good stuff. The problem with most musicians or bands is they don't put it out because they don't think it's good enough. And I remember seeing I think John Mayer talking about this, where they get to the point where you just want it to be so perfect that you don't ever release it. I'm past that. Dude, I've released songs on Apple iTunes that I recorded on my phone, and I just uploaded it to my distributor. And I use those sounds on my videos, and I get paid royalties for them. It's not a lot, but why are you going to say I'm going to wait 9 months or 2 months or 3 months or 5 months to record something, and then you end up never releasing it because it doesn't meet your standard of what you think is good? Try and just put it out there. Put it out there. I've been on here for a minute. I got to go out there. My wife, because I'm married and I got 9 kids and I got 2 grandbabies. 5 of my kids are adults and they're at the house, but I still got 4 here at home. And she picked them up at 3 from school, and it's 4 o'clock. I've been kind of just on here doing some stuff, working, having fun. But I'm going to have to get going, y'all. But I'm going to get back on here tomorrow or later on today. For some reason, this is out of focus. But take off autofocus. There we are. That looks much better on Facebook without the autofocus on. But guys, hey, God bless you. I hope to come back on here, and you're going to see me pop up on my playing my music, and I'm going to be live streaming, and it probably may not sound good. It may be mixed badly. Listen, I'm okay with criticism. Just don't be mean. I hate when people are mean. I don't want no mean people coming on here telling me how bad I suck. Just be like, yo, Linwood, your voice a little bit too hot. Or, yo, Linwood, turn the guitar up. Or, yo, Linwood, the drums need to be turned up. Hey, help me out. If you want to do that, I appreciate it. I'll do it for you if I catch you on. But I'll be live streaming my stuff. I'm going to be live streaming tomorrow. I have a show tomorrow from 6 to 9 o'clock at Tommy John's Tailgate in San Antonio, Texas at Jones Maltzberger. I'll be there tomorrow from 6 to 9, but I'm going to be doing the whole Grinch thing. I'm going to be in my Grinch suit with the Christmas trees. We want to get the kids out there. We want to get the families out there to have a good time. So we'll be playing music. We'll be playing a few Christmas songs, but tomorrow night, Tommy John's Tailgate on Jones Maltzberger. I'll be live streaming that. If you catch me and it don't sound good, let me know what needs to be fixed in the mix. I got a new board. I got this new Allen and Heath board, and it's awesome. Like I'm live streaming from this board directly to my iPhones, and I'm doing 3 separate feeds with sound. One off my board, one off an interface, and it's split to my phones. I got 3 devices here working. So this board is amazing. I'm learning how to use it still. I've been trying to figure out stuff. Let me read what you said. Let me see what you said here. All right. I was just in New York 2 weeks ago, man. I was in New York, in Manhattan, in my big tour rig, and I was lost down there because there's so many signs that say low crossing, low bridges, and I had to figure that out with my wife. All right, y'all. Hey, this is my outro. Let me see if it's loud enough, though. Let me see here.
Brothers and sisters, thank you for joining us. And until next time, be good to each other and work harder than you did yesterday. LPK out.
That was pretty loud. I'll adjust that later though, y'all. God bless you.